This is the good life.
This is a first for us in the Bahamas. There's what looks like a wonderful little area that only has room for one boat to swing and is surrounded by sandbars. This could be a little tricky to get into with a narrow cut and ripping current. We have to try to get in.
I'm Cindy, and this is Shel. We sold everything and set off on an adventure, living and cruising on a boat named C-Shel. Click, subscribe, and sit back as we show you that it's possible for all of us to live an extraordinary life.
In the last episode, we end up back in the Exumas and find ourselves in one of the most amazing places in the Bahamas, if not the entire planet.
We are leaving one of the most beautiful anchorages that we have been so far in the Bahamas. It's time to head south and continue our island hopping. We are headed to what is called the Pipes, named such because of all the small keys and sandbars in the area where the tidal currents rip in and out of. Our anchorage today is one recommended by Time Out and is another anchorage we have never been to before, located on the northwest side of Pipe Key.
This is really close to another anchorage that we've been wanting to see if we could get into for years, but more on that later. We want to give a huge thanks to our patrons who help keep these videos coming. And if you want to be part of the crew, join over on patreon.com/searching for C-Shels.
Oh my goodness! Wow! A good size, Sheldon. You hunted that like for so long. I was like, we swam around this rock over here and around again, back. He's like, no, I gotta go back and try one more time. And you got him. He's the only one there. Woohoo! That's the one who never got away.
Never got away. I send the drone up to do a little scouting of the area we want to go to next. The area on the south side of Pipe Key has an anchorage called Pipe Cay Tip, and we've been there before. But there's what looks like a wonderful little area just north of that only has room for one boat to swing and is surrounded by sandbars. This could be a little tricky to get into with a narrow cut and ripping current. If we can get in there, we'd have almost 360-degree protection and some beautiful sights as the sandbars rise out of the water on a lowering tide. We have to try to get in. This is a first for us in the Bahamas. We have good friends of ours over there that are going to fill us up with water. So we still don't have a water maker. They got a water maker. They've been so kind to invite us over, raft up, fill up with water so we don't have to go fooling around with Staniel Key or Black Point to fill it with water. Bless your heart, guys. Let's go over.
was just a few minutes and we got fresh water. Thank you! How easy was that?
That was awesome.
We filled up the tank in like how many minutes? Maybe.
10?
Yeah, and if we went to Stanyo, it'd be like maybe
It would have been
hour wait.
It would have been an hour wait, hour at the dock, and who knows what else.
Yeah.
And a lot of money for water.
Well, I'm sure they pay for filters and all this
Oh, yeah.
water maker stuff
We'll pay
that
them
we
back.
do
We'll
not
pay
know
for it.
about. Yeah.
We'll pay for it.
Thank you, Time Out. Shannon and Paul. Awesome.
There's no better day. It's time to get away. I wanna see it all. The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure call. Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way.
Today we make the attempt to enter the beautiful anchorage at Cay Tip.
It was not slack water, so there was a little current running, but it wasn't dangerous. We squeezed in the entrance and set our hook in the middle of the deep water, surrounded by the visual sandbars just below the surface of the water.
This is the good life. This is the good life.
The anchorage is absolutely amazing. You do have current ripping through here, but the holding is fantastic with our Rockna Vulcan anchor completely buried in sand. Sometimes with the wind and current, it can seem like you're a couple of feet from the edge of the eastern and western sandbars. But of course the water always looks shallower than it really is when the water is this clear.
Can you hear adventure call? Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way. We camp out in our cars, sleep under the stars. Feels like the world is ours. Oh yeah. This is the good life. This is the good life.
The Pipes is an area in the Exumas, from a real estate perspective, that is set aside for the elite of this world. The last time Little Pipe Key was listed, it was selling for $100 million US.
The stunning beauty of the area is world-renowned and was even featured in two well-known films. The original Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl,
They'll be now living with her after this.
and the James Bond film Casino Royale.
This is the thing about boating and cruising. Though the land may be for the elite, the water isn't. And we get to enjoy the same views and water-based activities as the one who paid $100 million for Little Pipe Key. We truly have a billionaire's view for a peasant's income.
There's no better day. It's time to get away. I hear adventure call. Now the world is ours.
This was such a spectacular anchorage and the protection so good that we decided to make it our office surroundings for the full work week. If you don't know yet, we work remotely in regular jobs. We are extremely grateful we can do this. We've escaped the rat race, and instead of working in cubicles, we work in sandbars and crystal clear water.
This is the good life.
After being here for over a week, we had to force ourselves out. But we have other places to visit as we make our way further south into the Exumas. We will say this though, we will be back because this was absolutely one of the best anchorages of this 2023 season.
This is the good life.